Right, I'm on Bury Road where it becomes briefly a dual carriageway, and just by the wet room you have a restricted byway sign, and that marks the beginning of footpath BOL 233, which you follow down Heswell Street. At the bottom, you may take a right angle turn. This is not the tidiest path in the world, it has to be said. Go past the headquarters of Breightmet United. And then you're met with this. Yes, here we have the onward part of 233, which should lead you down to Tarbert Drive, but it's completely inaccessible. Don't think anyone's walked that for a long time. Hello, I'm deep in the bowels of Breightmet here, where I think it's Twiss Road here meets Brock Avenue, that's a definite, and there's a footpath starts here without a sign, but it's certainly open at this end at least, and this is one of those where it's not clear that I'll be able to get out at the end, a bit like BOL 186, but we will test it and see. And the houses to our right are the backs of Rawcliffe Avenue. And if we can get out at the bottom, it should deposit us on Breightmet Drive. Escape. Oh, there are one or two escapes to the side actually. Nope. Someone's, oh, this is getting worse. Someone's first dumped a tyre, then a mattress. And some branches to crawl under. So yeah, I'm not going to try and clamber through there. See what it looks like at the other end. So yeah, you can see, the path continues the other side of the fence. You can see there, and you can, that's a house on Breightmet Drive, and you can see clearly wouldn't be able to get any further. So BOL 237 is partially walkable down to the escape lane, and then you've just got to retreat really. So this is another blocked public right of way. Okay, hello, I'm standing on Hatherley Walk at the south of Breightmet, and there's quite a few paths around here on the edge of Newhouse playing fields up there, but the situation has become a bit confused because presumably the council have put in a tarmac path that cuts across the playing fields, and I think people have got used to walking that rather than the proper line of the rights of way. So this is the beginning of BOL 243, but it immediately looks difficult. So I'm just going to venture a few yards, see if there is actually a stile there, or if the fence is just blocking it off.
That is definitely blocked off.
It's blocked off. It goes into there's brambles in front of the fence.
You wouldn't even want to cross over this because you get over that and there's a bog right there.
Yeah, it's a marsh. So we'll have to use the tarmac path to go round and see how far we can get at the other end. So if you are trying to walk here, the best recommendation is to use the tarmac path, which sweeps round shortly to the left, roughly parallel to the line of 243, which from here should go arrow straight, but
probably won't.
Yeah. But BOL 243 is currently closed, so it doesn't say on the map, on the notice from the council announcing the closure, that 247 or 258, which are the junction with it, are closed. So I would imagine that the fence will mark the junction. But we'll just take a closer look. So yeah, here you can see that BOL 243, sorry, this is the end of BOL 259, and 243 goes on that way. Assuming that they've put this in the right place and not a bit further on, but you can see that BOL 243 does continue on the ground, at least for a bit further, so we might have to come back here in a few months if this hasn't if we haven't already got to this footpath in our filming sequence, and see what happens when the 6-month closure starts. But that's it for BOL 243 for now. Well, you can go no further than this point on footpath BOL 259. This is actually short of its junction with BOL 243. It's a bit further on. You can see the path does continue. So in fencing off the start of BOL 243, they've actually put this in the wrong place and reduced access to parts of 247 and 259 as well, because you can't get to the junction with 243. So hopefully the temporary closure order expires in March. Hopefully they'll restore everything and perhaps even improve the layout here. Hello, this is the beginning of BOL 244, and this will lead us past the sports pavilion and we will end up on Radcliffe Road. Well, it looks quite nice actually, going through the trees. It's a big caravan park on the right, on the left, sorry, or at least a place where a lot of caravans have been dumped. But if you ignore that, this is quite pleasant. Yeah, about halfway along the track you pass the sports pavilion. where you just keep going in the same direction. Yes, I think off to our left, the path coming in is the old track bed of the Bolton Railway, which has been obliterated by the playing fields at this point. I think that's right. No doubt somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. And you just continue forward to Radcliffe Road, clearly in sight ahead, and might get a bit noisy in a moment because on the map it's marked out that this property on the left is kennels, so can't hear anything yet. Yes, here we are at the end of BOL 244 on Radcliffe Road.